What is up, everyone? My name is Jack South. We're back again with another video, and today I'm here with my WWE SmackDown review for July 26, 2016. This is, I believe, my first ever review of SmackDown. I've done heaps of Raws. I've done nearly every Raw from 2015 onwards. I have missed a couple of shows, but then again, you can't review every single show, so this is my first ever SmackDown, the first live edition of, not first live edition of SmackDown, but the first SmackDown of the new era, and yeah, let's talk about it. So we start off with a new intro, which is, it's pretty good. Kind of got like a little blue beam that shoots up and shows all the wrestlers. The theme song, I don't know what it's called, but I know it's by the same guys who makes everyone's theme songs in WWE, so yeah, not too shabby. So anyway, let's get straight into it. So we open up with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. They're backstage in gorilla position, and then they walk out, introducing everyone to SmackDown, and pretty much everyone, the whole roster is on the apron, the side of the ring, and Shane McMahon announces Dean Ambrose to come on out, so he does, and so Dean says, you know, I'm here to fight anyone as champion, I'll take on anyone. And so I think Daniel Bryan announces that tonight's main event will be a six-pack challenge involving 6 participants on SmackDown. Whoever wins will be the number 1 contender for Dean Ambrose's WWE title at SummerSlam. So Daniel Bryan announces a couple of participants, which are Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles and John Cena, and he announces that the 6th participant will be chosen in a battle royal, and so we get straight to that, which involves Zack Ryder, Kane, The Ascension, Hype Bros, Vaudevillains, The Usos, Kalisto, Eric Rowan, Tyler Breezango, Apollo Crews, and Alberto Del Rio. And this was an alright battle royal. It seems to be an okay way to announce the 6th participant, but yeah, just your typical battle royal here. Simon Gotch got eliminated first, and pretty much Kane was pretty dominant for this. Fandango got eliminated, and the final participants, it was down to Kalisto, Zack Ryder, Apollo Crews, and Kane. They were the final 4 in this, and how this ended, Crews got a boot from Kane. He throws Ryder over the top rope, and then Kane and Apollo Crews fight for a little bit. He counters a choke slam. Crews throws him over the top rope and wins the 6-pack challenge, which I think is really cool. I think Apollo Crews should be a great addition to SmackDown. I think he could really get a push on the SmackDown roster, and I think he could do wonders for it. So after that, Renee Young interviews him after it, and he says he's the happiest man in the world. Well, of course you are. You smile at it all the time, and so he's not gonna celebrate until he wins the main event. So, yeah, good stuff. So, right after that, we get Becky Lynch versus Natalya. I'm surprised they did this match already. I thought they were gonna save it for SummerSlam or whatever, but oh well. So Natalya and Becky Lynch did some alright action. So Natalya hit a big clothesline, but Becky ended up getting the disarmer on her, and she taps out and wins. And then right after that, Alexa Bliss comes out and starts saying how she's going to run SmackDown. And then Naomi makes her return, saying that she can't believe Bliss is just running her mouth and that she's the realest woman on SmackDown. Then Carmella comes out. No one really knows who she is because she's just brand new. And she says she's about to make SmackDown fabulous. And then Eva Marie's music hits. Instant boos, which is great. And she gets this fucking, announcer guy to say, the greatest diva of all, the most fabulous fucking red-headed bitch or whatever. And so she comes out, she doesn't say a word, she just flaunts herself and just, pretty much she's getting showered with booze, which honestly I will give it to her. I thought that was pretty funny, that, if she's gonna be getting a lot more heat than all the other women's wrestlers combined, might as well do that. So yeah, I hope she keeps that for her entrance. She just has that guy praising her throughout the entire entrance while fans just boo the shit out of her. So yeah, good stuff. Right after that, we get a Miz TV segment for the new era of SmackDown. We still get Miz TV segments on SmackDown. Oh my god. And he announces that pretty much he's going to announce his guest, and that the guest for Miz TV is himself. And he pretty much interviews himself and says, you're so lucky that you get to sleep next to Maurice every night, and they kiss as always, until Randy Orton decides to show up. I don't give a fuck, Orton is here, which I'm loving, white wrist tape and all. And Miz is like, dude, don't you have a match with Brock Lesnar coming up? And so Orton says he's going to take one RKO to send his ass to fight Viper Phil and all that. So Orton was hoping his first match in 9 months could take place tonight, so he doesn't have to wait for SummerSlam. And Miz is like, no, you don't get to face me for my Intercontinental title. But Orton's like, mate, I don't have to face you for your IC title. We can just do it one-on-one, no bullshit. So Miz says he's not falling for his tricks, and Orton says, you scared to get your ass kicked in front of your little wife? And who's doing the pitching and catching in the relationship, which was a big zinger from Orton, which was pretty cool. So that's what set up the match for this. And pretty typical match. And of course, Miz gets destroyed with an RKO. Actually, 2 RKOs. Good job making it Intercontinental Champion strong. But who cares? Randy Orton gets the win. And yeah. So then we get to Heath Slater, the one-man band, baby. He comes in, and he's not happy. There was like this indie wrestler in the ring, and he pretty much knocked his lights out. And Heath Slater's not happy that he didn't get drafted last week. And he says to Shane McMahon, it's a mistake that I didn't get drafted, sign Heath Slater, and tries to get that chant over. And then Shane ends up coming in and says, look, just send in a resume or something and we'll put you in. And Slater's like, boy, haven't you seen what I've done? I was the mastermind behind the Nexus, the Core, remember that shit, 3MB, just pretty much all these gimmicks and all these factions and all that. And he's like, you know what? And then Slater says, I'm the hottest free agent in this industry. And then Rhino shows up from behind him, and he's like, well, I'm seeing the hottest free agent right now. So Heath Slater turns around and gets gored by Rhino, which was awesome. So yeah, Rhino's coming to SmackDown. I can dig that. And also, Shelton friggin' Benjamin, there ain't no stopping me, no, is coming back, which is awesome. He was so good back in the Ruthless Aggression era. Especially in ladder matches, he was the boss. So yeah, I know he's been doing some work in New Japan at this moment. So it would be nice to see Shelton Benjamin back. And also, they announced that American Alpha is going to be on next week, so that should be really awesome. So then we get to the 6-pack challenge between Bray Wyatt, Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, and John Cena for tonight's main event. And it was decent. It was a decent main event. I thought it was very, very good. So everyone was doing some moves on each other. It was pretty cool. Chaotic, of course. But one thing I noticed, John Cena, during the end of the match, he was just hitting AAs on everyone, He hit one on Cruz, hits one on White, and I'm like, oh, don't tell me he's going to fucking win. And then Corbin is up with Cena, but he can't really get him up, so I wonder what that's going to mean. But then he hits him with the AA, so who gives a shit. And then AJ Styles hits him with the phenomenal forearm, and then Ziggler ends up hitting a super kick on AJ Styles, ends up getting the pin, and fucking wins. Wow, man. I can't imagine, around this time last year, he was involved with this shitty Rusev, Lana, Summer Rae disaster, and now he's having a world title match with Dean Ambrose. Not too bad, Mr. Show-Off. And right after that, we get an awesome stare down between Ziggler and Ambrose. It was really, really cool. And so they face off in the middle of the ring. Daniel Bryan comes in, holds up both their hands, pretty much saying congratulations to him, and that's how we end the show. So, compared to Raw, it wasn't that good. But I still thought it was a very, very enjoyable show. I feel like there could be a lot of potential to build up some new stars, but now we're getting Shelton and Rhino coming back. We could see those veterans kind of having a go. So, it would be interesting to see what SmackDown becomes. It might be like the veteran show, but also having some new stars come up. So that's really awesome. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below what you think of SmackDown. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram is at JackmanLaw31 if you want to check me out there. Also, check out the Bullshit Club, Mr. HTV and the 5/8. Their links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I am out in 3, 2, 1.